Now, celebrating all things cool in Jacksonville, a local show with a spotlight on the 904, featuring amazing stories from every neighborhood. This is River City Live.
Welcome to River City Live, our special Red, White, and River City Live show right here from U.S. Naval Mayport.
That's right. We are here aboard the USS Lassen, and we are going to be taking you through a great morning here. Now, first, we are going to introduce you to two sailors who showed us around when we came a few days ago, but also we got to experience a very special presentation of the colors this morning. So, Senior Chief David Rodriguez, can you kick us off and share with me and Rance exactly what the presentation of colors is?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Senior Chief Rodriguez here on board Lassen. Colors is a tradition that the Navy actually inherited from the British in 1843. We do this every day at 0800 in the morning, 8 o'clock a.m. It starts off with the playing of the national anthem. And then we play retreat at evening at sunset. The difference between today is obviously we observe it today as a holiday. So we have our holiday Jack and our holiday ensign. The interesting thing about this is one of the first things that many of the young sailors come on board and learn how to do is to actually just do colors, learn how to raise the ensign, lower the ensign, and observe it. So real big tradition and heritage on that.
And it was very moving just to watch them go through the process and watch you as you're coaching them through and to see how regal it is. And this is something you guys do every day, but I know today is definitely a little bit more special.
Yes, it is. For Section 3 or 4 here, we really take a lot of pride in having watch or having the duty on special days where a lot of our veterans get to enjoy and kind of reminisce on their adventures. So for us, very prideful and willing to be in our dress whites for that reason.
It really was a moving thing to experience this morning. I'm so glad that you brought that up, Rance. And that is just one part of many moving pieces here on the USS Lassen. Now, Lieutenant Charles Lloyd, can you share with me what the Lassen does and what part it plays in the U.S. Navy?
Sure. So USS Lassen is a guided missile destroyer. We are certified to do over 20 different mission areas. We're kind of a Swiss Army knife for the Navy. So we will go out, defend the carrier in strike groups, or go independently deploy and help protect our country's interests and our allies around the world.
And so when you're here at home, what purpose do you think that most people might miss that you serve when you're actively docked?
So even when we're docked or moored here alongside, the work never stops. So all the sailors here are doing maintenance every day to make sure all of our systems are still working. So that way, when we get tasking to go do the nation's work, we're ready to go.
Absolutely. The ship is a living, breathing thing.
Oh, my gosh. If you go through this thing, it's like, how long did it take you to maneuver? Because I'm walking around, I was following Jana, and she's got to kind of go like that, so that's a whole nother animal. But how long does it take you guys to, figure out where everything is? And, I mean, with all the protocols, and it's so tight, and nobody has any accidents rolling through that we saw.
It could take a while. Typically, the first 72 hours of a person coming on board, we kind of show them, escort them around, show them where things are at. But from boot camp, they actually taught how to read bullseyes and the numbers and the frames on the ship, so at least they know if they're going from the forward part to the aft part, or if they're on the left or side of the ship, which would be port and starboard.
What I appreciate also something we learned, and we'll talk about it in some of our packages coming up. You guys train from the bottom up. So you've got people that come in and they might not be chefs, but they go in the kitchen and they explore. You've got people here learning all kinds of systems that may not have ever really crossed their imagination before. How important is it that you guys are able to do that and that you can get everybody up to the level that they can to protect us moving forward?
Well, this is the apprenticeship part of things, right? They all come on board right now just learning the basics. They come with the schooling. And then we have leadership positions put, apprenticeship, intermediate levels. So they learn this through their first probably 2 years. It takes them to really get through the qualification process and learning the everyday life. After that, they become young leaders now, and they're probably an intermediate level, probably an E4, E5 level rank at that time. And now they're actually working. They're involved in everything on that point. So I would say probably about 2 to 3 years when they really start just running with it and taking it on their own.
and it's family on this boat. You guys are in tight confines, so you definitely got to be family. So Jana wanted to really find out what it was like, because it started off, we wanted to see her getting out of a rack, which is a bed bunk. And yeah, they're typically not for somebody at Jana's height. So Jana, how was your experience?
Listen, I think the best way to tell you is going to be to show you. So let's check out a day in the life of a sailor. Welcome to Naval Station Mayport. Rance and I are here to take a deep dive on deck and below the ship just to see what a day in the life is like for a sailor.
So Jana's going to take a tour of the ship. I'm going to find out about a basic meal is comforting and how it makes their shipmates feel like they're at home. So I'm going to go eat.
All right, I'm going to go explore.
Bye.
Life aboard the USS Lassen is a 180-degree shift from my usual day at Channel 4. So today I'm exploring the ship to get a first-hand look at what goes on here. The life of a sailor is full of variety. It could look like this. Or this. 1, 2, 3. Or even this, just to snapshot a few scenes. Now, while Rance checks out the galley, I headed to the deck to see how the ship's main defenses are operated, maintained, and who takes care of each post.
GNC Lloyd, I am the chief gunner's mate here on USS Lassen.
Hi, I'm FC2 Rice. I'm a CWIS tech on board the USS Lassen.
I am BM2 Smith, and I am an E5.
I am Noah Griffin, logistics specialist, but he was second class Griffin.
Hi, I'm GM1 Shanks. I'm a VLS technician on board USS Lassen.
Me and myself, I'm the fire marshal, so the ship's fire marshal.
BMC Prevail.
Everything on deck runs with precision and very clear communication, making sure safety and security are always top priority. One of the most impressive tasks I saw this morning was moving the massive mooring lines. It can take up to 12 people on deck, all working in perfect sync to get it done. While we were out there, we also got a special glimpse of one sailor completing his first enlistment period, and then signing up again for another round of service with the U.S. Navy. One thing that stood out everywhere I went was the care and consideration sailors have for each other. Every single person I spoke to talked about how their responsibilities directly impacted those around them, and that was never more apparent than when we found ourselves in a fire drill. Let me tell you, this felt like the real thing. Quarters were incredibly tight, visibility was low, and I'll admit, I felt the pressure, and all I was holding was a small camera. But the team stayed calm, communicated clearly, and moved with purpose, showing exactly why they are so well prepared for anything. River City Live, this is just one small glimpse at life on board the USS Lassen. These men, women, and people who dedicate their lives to others are all different, but they share a love for each other and their country. So no matter where you stand, stand with a sailor or a soldier, because they stand for you. Now let's check in with Rance to see what he got up to.
Woo-hoo! Taco Tuesday did it up. Oh, you had to work a lot. She got her steps in.
I'm gonna see if I could just come maybe and lose a few pounds. There's a lot going on. Glad to see you in that fire drill. Glad we made it out okay.
Oh yeah. So if you didn't know, there's a lot going on pretty much 24/7 here, but it's all about family, atmosphere, and food.
Exactly, family, atmosphere, food, and making sure that you have a fearless responsibility and dedication to the people that are working to your right, to your left, above you, and below you on a ship, just like one here, the Lassen.
All right, these are some of our shipmen out here on deck with us, and we just showed you a small snippet of the day in their life.
Yep, of the shipmen and women, right?
Yes.
Aboard the USS
Shipmates,
There
sorry,
we go. So now, obviously, I got to explore the tour. No matter where we go, even if it's on a military base, Rance found the food. So that's going to be coming up next, right?
Yep, so we're going to go to break, hang with us, and then we'll find all about that comfort food. Welcome back to River City Live. As you can see, we are out here on location at U.S. Naval Mayport. Now, when it comes to food out here, they are not doing Navy beans like you might have seen on McHale's Navy back in the day. Supply plays an integral role in providing some comfort food for our shipmates.
And exactly. One thing you pointed out earlier in the show, Rance, is that no matter where you are, a home-cooked meal can make you feel like home wherever you are. Take a look.
Let's check it out.
On shore, the Navy tells us
what we should do for each day for the standard core menu. But in generic, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturdays, we follow the same kind of menu. Taco Tuesday, hamburger Wednesday, Saturday, Sundays, wings and pizza. Every Tuesday, Wednesdays, it's generally the same. So Taco Tuesday and Wednesdays and hamburger days. So Taco Tuesday, as you guys know, it's like a big hit for the crew, increases morale. We have tacos, burritos, that sort of thing. So Tuesdays kind of very special, Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And so this is kind of where all the magic starts.
So we keep it very basic. They come grab their tray. Sanitizing is key. We have them roll up their sleeves, take their jackets off. But this is the normal setup. For Taco Tuesday, we're doing things between tacos, quesadillas, chalupas, anything you can name, we take care of. Okay, so like Sir said, we work off a menu cycle. We gotta make sure we have our starch, vegetables, main entrees. We look at everything as far as if my shipmate might have an allergic reaction to a certain product, or my shipmate does not eat meat. We separate and we work through everything to make sure we benefit the crew at the end of the day. I don't have a background in cooking. I have a ton of siblings. I'm the second oldest. My mom went to work, and I had to make miracles happen. I don't necessarily, view that as going to, the Culinary Institute. If you have a passion for cooking and you're able to follow orders, you're able to read, or you got that passion in general, you can cook. From Chef Boyardee to a pack of noodles, to butterfly and the lobster tail. If you got that passion, you're gonna pull it off. So a lot of our cooks are very inexperienced, but me as a leader, as well as I have other leaders that have other first class, supple, FSO, so on and so on. We make things happen. We train them. So a lot of them are inexperienced.
So you'd be surprised, like, how little things we do is just being a supplier in general. Just for the morale of the crew, because after long days of work or just you're having a tough day, it's nice to come here and have a great taco. Or say it's Saturday, it's wings and pizza night, and that keeps the crowd, that keeps it going, right? So say you have a hard day, or it's not going so well, hey, you have this to look forward to, so you have a good meal. So it's very important for that to happen, and it keeps the crew motivated. It's okay, cool, I'm recharged, I'm ready to go attack the rest of the day. And you can tell too, based on we have meal cards saying, hey, this is good to eat, it's not good to eat. Because we're in the military, we gotta stay fit and in shape, so it kind of gives the crew some guidance as well. So, and yeah, that's just basically, I kind of feel like supply, we're kind of the heartbeat of the ship. We gotta make sure everything's squared away, parts, food, morale as well. So it definitely plays a big role in just kind of the entire operation in the whole.
Depends on the atmosphere. I got CS2 Tuckers. Hopefully becomes CS1 Tucker soon. We go back and forth every other day, friendly back and forth. He think he can cook better than me, but it's not happening. All right, he might disagree, but I'm Gordon Ramsay in this kitchen.
All right, so I think he was half joking when he said he was Gordon Ramsay. He's actually, everybody on the ship, they lift everybody up. Whoever they're talking to, whoever might give them a compliment, they make sure to know that it's been received and loved. So I really love the vibe out here.
Yeah, I think the conversations that you had down below were so important, because it's one thing that we all have in common, no matter how different people are. A couple of things we have in common are food, music, and right now it's service. So the fact that you got to experience that firsthand is unforgettable.
So Taco Tuesday is big here, Hamburger Wednesday is big here, and pizza and is it pizza wings on Sunday or Saturday? Yeah, it's pizza wing Saturday. They don't really get hyped, so. But we'll be back with more River City Live right after this.
Today we are sharing the inspiring story of a veteran couple who has explored the world together only to find their true home right here in Jacksonville. Now Shania Estevez is the less camera shy half of this double couple joining me in the studio today. Now you and I have gotten to have great conversations before about bringing beauty, serenity, and relaxation to the 904 through through your business at the Riverside Beauty Boutique, and now we're here in studio.
I see.
So we're really happy to have you on this Veterans Day to talk about not only the wonderful ways that you and your husband have served this country, but also what made you want to call Jacksonville home after everything you've seen and experienced.
Well, I think mainly because we have been here since 2000. That was the very first time we were stationed here. And everybody was so welcoming. I mean, it's a town full of military people. I mean, you have Jacksonville, you have NAS Jax, you have Mayport, and then of course you have Kings Bay. And so you can't help but feel at home when you are a military family because it's so welcoming.
And the two of you, your story is so interesting because you are both veterans and now you are both thriving entrepreneurs here in the community. Tell me about the two businesses that you've established and why you feel supporting that community now as entrepreneurs, not just military.
Well, I think, we're in hospitality. And so, and that's what you need in the military. You always need a place to have R&R, if you will, rest and recuperation. And so that's what we feel like we provide. I mean, we have our spa that'll give you a little bit of serenity when you need it, and then we also have our food truck and catering service, which will give you that Creole Cajun, authentic Creole Cajun vittles that you long for.
Now, I've gotten to experience the food from the food truck, and I have also gotten to go to the spa. So two must-not-miss opportunities in such a rigorous, high-level, demanding job. How did you both step into something that is providing something that is really tender and close and careful?
Well, I think it brings out a lot of each one of us. So like for me, the spa aspect is all me. I mean, that's why I go on vacation.
Right.
It's to go to the spa. And then for my husband, he's a foodie. And so he loves all things food. And so it kind of just evolved into what it is now. And the biggest piece of it is within the military community, you look for camaraderie and you look for togetherness and things of that nature. And so that's really what you get from both sides of those businesses.
So looking back on your time here in Jacksonville, do you have anything that really stands out to you in establishing your business and your brand and bringing that military to the forefront, even though now you're walking in shoes as entrepreneurs?
I think the biggest thing that stands out to me is that everyone from Jacksonville loves military. I mean, the support that you get being a military family or a veteran in Jacksonville is just amazing to me. It's just, you can't help but to love it. I mean, you are just, like I said before, you're just welcomed into the community. It's just so much that is laid out to help veterans here. So it's kind of hard not to want to make Jacksonville your home, your second home.
I love that. Well, this can be your third home. You're always welcome here in studio with me. I know Riverside Beauty Boutique is right down the road from me, and it's probably also going to be my third home. But I just want to thank you and your husband, obviously, for sharing your story with us. Maybe one day we'll get him in here.
Good luck.
Good luck to that.
All right.
But happy Veterans Day to you. Thank you so much for all that you, the entire military community, does for us. And we're going to wrap this up with just a shameless plug so that people can come see you and hang out, because everyone deserves some R&R whether you're serving or not, right?
Right.
So if you want to go to Riverside Beauty Boutique, you deserve some R&R. Take that time for you and take that time to support a wonderful female veteran-owned community.
Welcome back to our special Red, White, and River City live show out here at Naval Station Mayport. And it's all for Veterans Day. It's been a good day. I just wanted to give a shout out. My pop, he served from 58 to 62. He's been gone for 18 months, but, just letting him know I'm thinking about him.
Yeah,
so
we definitely are thinking about him. And we are also thinking about a very special and deserving veteran today. We would like to congratulate Chief Warrant Officer 2, Katrina Jones. Congratulations. You are a Hyundai hometown hero today on Veterans Day. How special.
What? That's amazing. Congratulations. We'll be talking to her more in the near future, but we want to send our show off with Senior Chief David Rodriguez and the rest of the shipmates here on the USS Lassen.
Happy Veterans Day from the USS Lassen.
From courage! Life! From courage! Life! From courage!